Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Bob, and my partner in this endeavor is the man with a Bostonian accent who goes by the name of Lambo. How are you doing, Lambo?
Doing good tonight so far.
All right,
It's been a
and
weekend.
what's that?
I said it's been a weekend.
Yeah, I
The
tell
draft
you.
is concluding. We got a lot to go over.
Yes, we do. All right, let's go. Today, we will discuss things happening around the sports world as well as how they could impact the sports card hobby in general. But before we get into the NFL draft, which is the big thing that happened in sports this week, let's talk a little bit about something I saw online. Lambo, do you do a lot of fantasy football?
I do, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately. I did pretty good last year.
I actually
Uh,
did pretty good considering.
yeah, I mean, it's hard if you don't have time to do a lot of research and stuff. But so I was perusing through Reels, as I do when I'm really bored, and I came across an old video. I believe it was an old Barstool out of Chicago, one of their podcasts, and there was a clip on there where they're going over a fantasy football trade, and I believe it was probably last year, but I don't know 100%. There was a trade proposal that somebody wrote in because they had a question, what would they do if they were in that situation? So the trade proposal was Tony Pollard for Christian McCaffrey. And the person that was going to receive Tony Pollard would also get the opportunity to have sex with the wife of the person making the trade. So it was
Oh man.
Pollard and their wife for one night for Christian McCaffrey. If you were in that situation, how exactly would you handle that?
Well, how's the wife?
Right. I mean, that would be the
And then
first. That'd be the first question.
oh yeah. And then I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous that during the act, while performing, I'd probably get injured.
But
So,
here's my opening question though. Do you think the wife knew she was offered up?
ooh, I would probably say no. No, he probably just threw that out there without her consent first. That would be my guess as a joke, not thinking the other person would take him up on it.
I'm not sure that was a joke though. I don't know. There's from the video that I saw, I'm not sure that was a joke. I legitimately think that was the trade offered.
We got to get the resolution of this. Did this happen?
I don't know. It was just a short Reels video. I don't know if I can even
Yeah,
get a hold of Barstool people to find out. If I can, I'll try.
yeah. I'm gonna do some investigating on this too because now I'm in. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. And my I like if she didn't know, that's almost like divorce material.
It could be. It could be.
I mean, it's either that or she's a raging mega huge whore. I mean, that's the only other option.
Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe she is down for anything. I don't know. Maybe she's a team player. I mean, we also need to know how much this fantasy league was, what the stakes were.
That's true.
Right? Is it $1,000 buy-in? Is this something crazy? I mean, if this is a $10 fantasy league, that we have a problem.
Yeah, that then you know the wife is not let's just say she'd be more of a nickel hooker as
Yeah,
opposed to like, a prime one. I don't,
it
not
could be
not
in
that I
their
know a
life.
lot about hookers or anything.
Could be in their lifestyle. You know,
Yeah, swinging is a thing. Swinging is a thing.
that's hilarious. Oh man, never seen. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah. I've never been involved in anything that's remotely close to that, especially in fantasy football.
Yeah,
And that's neither here nor there. I mean, that I just wanted to bring that up because it was kind of interesting in my opinion. So yeah, well, moving along, we'll keep it on football, but it's the 2025 NFL Draft. Did you watch most of it?
I did watch most of it. What an event that was.
Yeah, it's too bad it was in Green Bay though.
Yeah, it was interesting there. That's for sure. You know what? I thought there was actually a better turnout than I expected for Green Bay.
Oh, it was huge,
Yeah,
but I just hate Green Bay. I've never actually
yeah.
been there, but
I don't blame you too. Since they broke my heart in 1997, have not been a Green Bay fan.
well, I mean, I'm a Bear fan, so I've been getting basically raped every year, except for last year. The Bears won both games, and that's why Seth Rollins' little promo he cut when he was doing his announcement of the pick for the Bears was freaking awesome because it just
That is very cool.
tore into him.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty funny. Hey, any jabs you can take there.
And I mean, you're a Patriots fan, right? Am I right?
Oh, devout, yeah, lifelong.
That's
Life
I
is
thought I was right about that, but
pre Tom Brady, pre Tom Brady. Yes,
how did you think their draft went?
I actually thought I thought they did better than I expected. As Rabel's first draft, um, I was very very happy. I was very very clear that they have decided to build around Drake May. I feel like they've learned mistakes from how they handled the Mac Jones situation. So they made some really great. I thought they made great picks all around to put some talent around him. They had one steal that kind of stood out for me, and that was Kyle Williams. So I was pumped that he was available when he was picked. So yeah, no complaints on their draft whatsoever.
I was impressed with the fact that Will Campbell. Yeah, they say something about it, short arms, but Joe Thomas had short arms too, so that's not a thing for me. And then
Yeah,
you,
I
the
don't mind the short arms thing for a guard or tackle. Like I don't know what the hate was for, but yeah.
well, that way they can keep the defenders away from their bodies, so they can keep their distance. I mean, that's pretty much the only reason. But if you have good footwork, you should be okay anyway. But then
Yeah, yeah. Less holding calls, right? If you have short arms, right?
well, no, they still have hands. They can
Yeah,
still grab.
that's true. That's true.
But in the second round, they picked up Travion Henderson. That was a good pickup too. He wasn't
No,
the guy that I thought they would take, but it was still a solid pick.
I thought he was a sleeper steal at running back. He had a really good freshman and senior year. They didn't really. I don't know what happened with him. They didn't really use him much the other 2 years. But I mean, the 2 years he was heavily used, he averaged about between those two seasons was about 7 yards per carry, which is pretty crazy. There at Ohio State, they play some pretty good competition. So and he's fast, he's quick. So and he if you watch his tape, he runs. I mean, he's aggressive. He is not afraid of contact whatsoever either.
No, he's not.
So I thought that was a great pickup for them.
Yeah, and then his backfield partner Judkins, he got taken. I believe he was a second rounder as well.
Yeah, yeah, they both got taken pretty close to each other, I think.
Yeah, within
It wasn't
I
bad.
want to say within about 4 or 5 picks.
So yeah, overall, I was pretty excited about it. I'm definitely going to be picking up. We'll see when. Typically, the first cards that come out for football is typically score, and they're in their college uniforms, which get a lot of hate, but I don't mind that. So I'll definitely be grabbing Travion and Kyle Williams in there for sure.
Yep.
How did you? I have my opinion about the Bears draft. How did you feel about it?
I'm split. I like Loveland, but
Yeah.
I liked Warren more, so I wish they would have flipped those two.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only because Loveland had the shoulder surgery, and it was the same shoulder surgery, if I believe I'm correct on this, that Kevin White had when he was a Bear, and it
Oh, okay. Yeah.
completely fucked him up.
Yeah, but a tight end. I mean, I think it's kind of a different. You're not getting hit 20 times a game.
Yeah, but you also have to run block. You're chipping. You're going across the middle a little bit more.
Yeah, didn't they say he was going to be good for this season, but would definitely require it after the season? I don't know why he wouldn't just get it now, but
I don't know. I don't know if it was like a turnaround time type deal or if he's just going to hold off as long as he can. I don't know. I don't know a lot of the specifics on it.
Yeah, I mean, I really love them, but what's the plan? Like they have Komet, right? So what are they going to do with Cole?
They're running 2 tight end sets. I guarantee it because the tackles are not at Iowa. Jesus, the tackles in Chicago are not good.
Well, yeah, we saw that with that line was ridiculously awful.
Well, at least they replaced the 3 interior linemen. That they should be completely different with a good center. And then right tackle was not bad. And then it was, what is it, Borum at left tackle, I believe it is. And he's fucking trash for an NFL player. All NFL players are good, don't get me wrong. But he is not a good NFL player, in my opinion. He's a good backup NFL player, but I wouldn't want to start him.
2 tight ends was nice. But yeah, now if they're going to run the 2 tight end set and change that offense a little bit just to give more protection, that's probably going to be key.
I agree. And then they took Luther Burden in the second round, which I thought that was a steal because I thought he was going to be a first rounder.
Oh, 100%. I don't know how he fell. I have no idea how he fell to 45th.
I thought maybe there was a video out there of him doing something stupid.
Yeah. It was kind of I thought he was going to go. I thought he actually might have gone before Tet, but I was kind of shocked that he fell. So I think they definitely got a steal there. I'm excited about that one, seeing how he develops there.
But I mean, outside of that, I wasn't overly what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say I wasn't impressed. I didn't think they got anybody that was really going to help them this year.
Yeah, what about Turner's good though? The tackle they got, I thought he was a pretty good value at that pick too.
Yeah, to be determined though. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of unless you can get an interior defensive line or right tackle, left tackle inside the top, I don't know, 15. I'm usually a wait and see type of person.
Yeah, I mean, well, they got Ozzy from you know my Boston College there. They got him,
Yeah.
and I thought they got him at that wasn't bad value. I mean, I think most people had him top 10 at the position rank wise, so I think that's a pretty good deal too.
Yes, and I will say, Ben Johnson, even if you look at how they drafted in Detroit when he was there, they did not follow like the norms. They would do whatever they thought was best for them, they would do it. They didn't really care. Like when they took Gibbs top 10, and that dude barely touched the field at Alabama, but he's legit. So they tended to do what they want to do, and to hell with what everybody thinks about it. So I mean, this could be the greatest draft class the Bears have ever had. Who the hell knows?
Yeah,
But I mean, overall, what out of all the picks in the first round, and I don't know if you have it directly in front of you, who and or what team, I didn't put that right. What team do you think helped themselves the most based off the value of the player they got?
oof. That's a tough one. So I think the probably the first round. I mean, I'm kind of a homer, so I love that Will Campbell pick to support Drake May. I love that they did that. I love the pick for the Giants too. I thought Abdul Carter was a great pick for them too at 3. Because the Giants have always been known for that defensive line and getting to the quarterback, and I thought that's a good way to bring that back to New York. So I was very excited to see that too. Nothing else really. I was surprised that your guy Warren fell a little bit.
Yeah,
I was definitely surprised to see him go 14th. With that's one of those premium positions sometimes when you have the ability to block and get open like he does and runs those routes as well as he does. But see, this whole first round for me, it wasn't as exciting as I was expecting.
no, there was
Um,
very few trades, no
it was
real unexpected takes either.
Yeah, no real shocks. I was kind of the Steelers went with a defensive tackle, which I didn't think defense has been their problem. I thought their offense was definitely a huge issue, and there was definitely some people on the board they could have got. Matthew Golden was still on the board at that point, and even the quarterbacks, were available. So I didn't wasn't a huge fan of that. But yeah, I thought the whole first round itself was pretty meh, disappointing as far as excitement goes. Not a lot of moves, nothing crazy went down like typical. I do love Tampa. That's probably one of my favorite moves of the whole first round was Tampa taking a Mecca from Ohio State.
Really?
Yeah, I really like him, and I think he's going to complement their offense very, very well there. Because Chris Godwin's getting older and he's got kind of a little injury bug going on, so I think that sets them up pretty well. So I really like that pick there. I think that's exciting. But
So
yeah, other than that, nothing.
sorry, you think his foot being backwards was a little bit of an injury bug?
A little bit, a
Like
little
he
bit. He'll come back.
legitimately, his foot legitimately almost fell off completely.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that was gross.
Just pretty nasty.
So I mean,
I
I
mean,
understand why they went after Abuka, but I thought
what
that
did he
was
miss?
kind of a reach
Yeah, he's
myself. But
what's Godwin's 30 now.
yeah,
Yeah, he's 30 now, and Evans, he's getting up there too, and he's underappreciated. But
yes, he is.
with Godwin going out, they needed something,
Well, they got McMillan
something.
from last year.
Yeah, and I thought he was like okay.
He was decent when Godwin went out. Like he got hot for like 3 or 4 games, and then he kind of came back to
Yeah,
earth again.
yeah, he just wasn't. It just wasn't consistent enough for me. So yeah, Anameca's kind of he's a decent size. Was he 6'1", 6'2" or so? I know he's over 200. So that'll take a little bit off of Evans. I think that's what they really needed is somebody to take some attention off Evans a little bit, open it up. Because I don't know when Godwin's coming back. He ended up missing what like at least 10 games last season, I think.
It was a solid 10 games because he was the number one wide receiver in fantasy football. I had him, and I was pissed when he got hurt.
Oh no! No, you got to sleep with somebody's wife to get a better one.
I
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think my wife would be okay with that.
but yeah, I don't know. Golden might have been a better pick at that spot, but
That's
he's
even
a little
debatable.
smaller.
Yeah.
He's a little smaller, so I don't think he's what they really really needed. So no, I like the pick. I did like the pick there. Nothing else really stood out. I'll be interested to see how Jackson Dart develops in New York, but they got somebody on both sides of the ball in the first round. I thought they did okay.
They did pretty good.
What stood out? What stood out for you? What was your favorite pick of that first round?
My favorite pick was actually the Jets. Membu, I think he's going to be a monster. And they took him at number
Okay.
7. Like I'm a big offensive line guy. Like I'm an Iowa fan, so offensive line is kind of my thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know a shitload about him, but everything that I saw, he just mauled people. I mean, he is a little bit
Wasn't
raw
wasn't
yet.
he wasn't he like the big? Didn't he have like a really good combine or something? Wasn't he
Um,
fat? Was he like the fastest tackle? He was good.
I'm not even sure. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't give a shit about the combine. The Underwear Olympics is the most overrated part of the entire process.
It's well, but it also, if you don't participate, it's also one of the most harmful parts of the
It
process.
can be unless you're injured. I agree with that.
Let me see. Let me look this up. Okay. All right. So he ran a 4.91
Which is
at 332 pounds, which is
yeah.
insane.
Um,
That's insane.
can you imagine that dude running after you?
No, he would catch me.
I would shit all over myself.
He had the best broad jump in offensive lineman, the second best bench, and the fourth best vertical. Yeah, this dude's an athlete.
Yeah.
At what is he, 6'4", 332.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for an offensive lineman, 6'4" is probably a little on the shorter side, maybe.
Nah.
But
I mean, as long as you have the length, it won't hurt you as much. But
yeah,
I
you
mean,
also want to get down lower, and you want a quarterback to see
yeah,
over you too.
it'll
So
help
that's
a little
not
bit there
terrible.
too. Yeah. And
Oh no,
then
it says he has short arms though. It
fuck
does
it,
say that.
fuck it. Short arms, whatever. Short stature, 6'4", short arms, we're good. The other one, I was kind of surprised Golden dropped to 23, even though he only had one real good season that I can recall. But he only had 2 drops, and he's got good speed. He is a little shorter. I get it.
Oh, he ran a 4.2 something, right? Didn't he run a 4.29 or something?
Who
That's
Golden?
yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
got good speed. But and he kind of fits the Packers offense. They switched up their offense and like Alan Lazard left and all them. They don't have any real big wide receivers. They're mostly quicker, shorter, quick screen passes, slants, all that stuff. And then occasionally they'll go deep. I think he fits there really well. I thought Ibuka was a stretch in my opinion, but I get why you like him. It is what it is. It's all opinion. And then I thought the steal of the first round was Amarian Hampton for the Chargers.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I didn't even talk about him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
he's got the low center of gravity. He's fast. He's big enough to where he's not going to get beat up too bad, and Jim Harbaugh is going to use the shit out of him.
Yeah, he's a big guy. 221,
Yeah,
460 ran,
yeah,
which for a running back at 6 feet 221 is pretty big. He's a very good blocker as well. That's going to help them free up some time for Herbert, I think, too.
yeah. I agree. And then the other steal in the first round I thought was by the Eagles, and I know we know a certain person that's been talking like they get all the good players somehow, which they do somehow. And that's Jihad Campbell from I'm pretty positive is from Bama, right? The linebacker.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
who's
He's a
got 2
beast.
fucked
Yeah,
up shoulders and a fucked up knee. So he had surgery on one shoulder. Then he's gonna have to have surgery on the other shoulder at some point, and his knee is jacked up right now.
he
So
still ran the fourth fastest 40.
yeah, which is crazy. And then they said odds are this year he won't be an impact guy, but it'll be next year or the year after where he'll be really impactful. Because they have, I think is it Braun? The linebacker they got that played really well in the Super Bowl, I can't think of his name. Like he went from a practice squad to being a starter.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was him. Yep.
Okay, so he signed like a 2 or 3 year deal, I think. And they're saying that from what I read, which shit, who knows? Things change from hour to hour anymore. But from what I read, that's kind of they got him for when that is done, he'll be the guy that takes his spot. I don't know. That's just what I read. And that could be from a
Yeah.
person that's reliable. Info could be just shit. I don't know. But outside of the first round, did you have anybody that you were really, really pumped about?
Outside the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly thought one of my steals of the entire draft was the Steelers getting Will Howard in the 6th round. I was shocked he fell that far.
Yeah.
To be honest, after you watch the tape on him, I mean he's pretty spot on. he's not terribly exciting, but I mean, he's a great quarterback there. Coming off a national championship, you wouldn't have thought that he'd fall all the way to the sixth round. So, with their need at quarterback, I thought that might have been like the steal of the draft, as far as player meeting a team's need at value. That really stood out for me.
So would you have taken Ewers over him?
Taking what?
Ewers over him?
No, I wouldn't
No?
have taken Ewers over him.
I'm just
No, I
curious.
didn't like what I saw. I didn't like what I saw from Ewers, and I didn't watch a lot of Texas games. But he never, when I watched the Texas games, he just never looked comfortable.
Well,
And
this year he played with an oblique injury for most of the year.
yeah,
So, I mean, that could be a major reason why. I don't know. I didn't see enough of him. He was injured 3 out of the 4 years he was in college. So, I don't really know what you can see. Like, he's got the game. It was earlier this year, I think it was. I want to say, who was it against? Damn it. Michigan, maybe? And he was throwing the ball all over the place. I think it was Michigan. It could be wrong, though. It's either Michigan or Ohio State. I don't know. I'll look it up, and if I'm wrong, I'll edit the shit out of this. But I'm pretty sure it was one of those. And they said he was just throwing seeds everywhere.
oh really?
Yeah.
He
So,
just didn't look good in big moments, and I only watched him in the big games. So
right.
I guess that's
Right. I get you. So we already talked about a couple of the people that I thought were big gets, and that was Travion Henderson and Luther Burden. And the other big one was the Steelers getting Caleb Johnson in the 3rd round. I am an Iowa homer. I will openly admit that. But Caleb Johnson,
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this.
Caleb Johnson, in my opinion, is on the field. Like his combine was terrible, which I don't care about the combine. But if you watch him in a game, he's as fast as any running back that you can see. He had one play. I want to say it was the play against Nebraska. It was a swing pass, and he got it, broke, I think, 6 tackles, and got away. And I'm pretty sure that was the one play where he ran 22 miles an hour, which was the fastest speed of any running back on a play all season.
Oh really? See,
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch Iowa sometimes, when it comes to football. But
I hate you.
I like scoring. So this I didn't watch a lot of tape on him. But I know that he had a very poor, as you call it, underwear Olympics. Did not work out the best for him. I did watch. There was a minute or so of his highlights that he definitely looked very quick on tape, no matter what his numbers said at the combine. So with them losing Najee, thought that this guy kind of fits that style here in Pittsburgh. That he'll do. He might even be an impact player the first season.
I honestly think he will.
Yeah, I think he'll get a lot of reps with him and Jalen Johnson. I think or Jalen Warren. I think he'll get a lot of reps there.
Yeah.
So from what I've seen, and he can, he's a workhorse. He's a bigger back too. So I think he fits them too. That's why I think like the Steelers just had a really good draft for their needs. He's definitely good. I'll keep my eye on him since I'm here in Pittsburgh. So that's something I'll be paying a lot of attention to.
Yeah, and also keep this in mind. So he was splitting carries every year he was there. So he was only averaging, I want to say, 15 carries a game. He had one game where he had a career high, and I think it was like 32 carries. But outside of that, he was only right around 15 because they had a 3-headed monster they would use almost every game because they couldn't throw the ball. So, the numbers he was putting up were against 9 and 10 in the box. So, he's breaking tackles left and right. So, I don't know.
So while we're here, and we're on the Pittsburgh talk, we're on the Iowa talk. What can you say about Black that they drafted as well in 5th or 6th? Let me look this up. It was late, 5th round.
5th round. Yep.
They got him.
Yep. He's not going to wow you with anything, but except for his work. Like his work ethic is really good. He's an adequate pass rusher, but he is far better at run stopping than he is pass rush.
Do you think that was you think they got him in the 5th round to kind of support Caleb Johnson? He's going to be running behind him. So
no, he's a D tackle, left end, right end, whatever. Yeah. He's one of those guys. He's big enough where they can put him in the middle if they want, And
You play nose?
if they told him to gain some weight, he might be able to do it. I don't know if they run as 3-4 anymore. I don't recall. I think they do, but he's a run stopper more than a pass rusher. But he
I see
can
that.
get
Yeah.
he can get to the quarterback at times.
And here we go. He's got outstanding arm length,
He
which
does.
yeah,
Arm length is all that
that's
matters.
that's like the one thing I heard about all draft this year. It feels like for linemen, and I've never heard so much. Last year I feel like we heard about small hands more than anything.
Yes.
This year it seemed to be arm length was one of the bigger things.
Yeah. Because long arms, you know what that means.
No.
Okay. But then we have the elephant in the room.
Oh yeah, I know where we're going with this one. Sick of boring, basic ass chocolates? It's time for a real treat. Meet Poopies, the rich, creamy, handcrafted chocolate that looks like a steaming pile and tastes like pure pleasure. They're thick, they're cheeky, they're disturbingly delicious. Give them to your ex, your boss, or just pop one in your mouth and freak out your grandma. You've never had your mouth full of crap this good. Poopies, the shit that melts in your mouth. Not actual feces. Please prank responsibly. May cause excessive giggling and questionable life choices.
Picked at 144 by the Cleveland Browns, I believe it was.
You know what the best part of that whole thing was?
What's that?
The absolute Mel Kiper meltdowns over it.
Dude.
Oh my God, what gold is that? We don't deserve that.
He argued with himself for 5 minutes.
It was unreal. It was unreal. And then they cut to the draft room when they made the pick, and not one single person was happy.
I know that's crazy.
The team was happy.
But if that's the case, why the hell are you drafting him then?
Just for the value, I think, and the attention, maybe.
Yeah, but dear God,
I don't get.
They now have 6 quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's wild to me because they just drafted Dylan Gabriel in there. So what kind of message does that send that you're drafting multiple quarterbacks? It's crazy to me. I'm curious to see how this plays out, especially there. Like, are they going to carry 4 quarterbacks going in?
Do you know what I think is actually going to happen though? Sanders is going to end up being their starter. You know that, right?
He's going to what?
He's going to end up being their starter.
There's no way.
I will bet money on it because Watson's washed. He's done.
Yeah, he's clearly done.
Yeah. And then you have Flacco.
They brought Flacco, and they got everybody's favorite Kenny Pickett, who just won a ring.
Small hands.
Yeah, small hands, big ring. They've got him in town now. They just signed him, and then they draft Dylan Gabriel, and then they draft him later on. Like, is it to make a move later on, or
unless they think they can trade Gabriel? I don't know. But Shadur Sanders will be their starter week 1. Not necessarily because I think he's great. I think he's good enough, but I don't know what the locker room's how they're gonna react to him. In all reality, is Dion, because I believe Dion is their manager right now, or their agent. I mean,
he's his agent. Yeah, he's his. Shiloh actually got his own agent.
Yeah. So what was it? 7 years ago, he was talking shit about Cleveland. If I was a young quarterback, there's no way I would ever go to Cleveland. I'd pull an Eli Manning and not go to Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
So now we find out if he'll actually follow through with that, which he won't.
No, he won't. And there's a lot of things with it. It's a sensitive thing, right? So why do you think he fell he was projected first round? Kuiper had him as the number 1 overall in the whole draft. Why do you think he fell all the way?
Like, my opinion, me. I don't think his talent is as high as people think. Also, he treated the draft process like it was a joke, like he was in control when he was not. I think his dad played a part in it, just with all the things he's been saying about I'll dictate where my kid plays. He backed off that a little bit, but I think the primary thing was when they were at the combine, when he would do interviews, which he did do interviews, I believe, unless it was after the combine. I don't recall for sure. He would go into the meetings acting like he was just aloof to the entire situation, like it didn't matter. And this is all reported by major like ESPN reporters that are telling everybody exactly why. Like, I mean, again, it's hearsay, but then you have all these reports coming out from assistant coaches saying that it was the worst interviews they've ever been a part of. And if that's the case, I mean, that's it. Like, people want to make this out to be something more than it really is. Basically, what I bring it down to is NFL teams will do whatever they think is going to help them win, no matter what it is. Cheating, just any shortcut they can have.
For sure.
If they don't think you are going to help them win right away, why would they draft you? At least early. Later on, you can kind of get away with it, but early, there's no reason for them to draft you. And if they think he's going to be a cancer, or if they don't even know if he's going to actually sign, why the fuck would they draft you? You know what I mean? That's 100%. All I think it is. I don't think it's anything more than that. And a lot of people are making out to be more than that.
I agree. I just don't think he's that good. I'm going to be honest. I mean, what was he, 12-13 in the Big 12 or something like that? Like,
he was overall 13-11 in Colorado.
That's not good in that conference, man. That's just not good enough. It's not good enough. And then they're like, oh, he's throwing the ball to Travis Hunter. Okay, well, everybody says Travis Hunter is the best wide receiver in college football. Okay, so he has a great wide receiver that actually, if you watch the catches, the ball's not placed in great spots. It's more his receivers making the plays around him. So I just don't think he's that good. And like you said, I thought he just treated the whole process like a joke with the flashiness. And people are like, oh, he's confident. No, it's confident. That's just straight arrogance and narcissism. And no team wants that in the locker room. They don't want to bring that in. They don't want to bring some kid who thinks he's already done it all into the locker room with grown men. And I just hate how it was. The circus of the draft was based on this. And he sat out the combine too. He didn't want to do it, had no interest in it, didn't want to talk to people. Several coaches in the interview process sent him stuff to be prepared. He was not prepared at all whatsoever. Didn't care to look at any of the material, didn't care about the interviews. And, that kind of stuff goes a long way. I thought he felt as he should have.
Yes, and
a lot better. Go ahead.
And the other thing that I saw reported was there were a lot of people telling him to go to the the Senior Bowl rather than the East-West Shrine, and he picked the East-West Shrine because I don't know if it was closer to home or something, but he picked to go there instead, even though they told him to go to the Senior Bowl. That way there were more practices and stuff like that, and it would help his draft stock, and he decided, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I just think that. I also think that Cleveland's probably one of the worst places he could have landed as well. Just it's very well known about their quarterback development has been god awful, and look, they have that full room already. So why even bring this in? All this negative attention that's coming to you. Why even bring that in there? I'm still mind blown by it, to be honest. But
yeah, the other thing is, in my opinion, I think he's more worried about his brand than he is the process. Like, he's always got cameras following him around, and they're his own cameras. Like, he's making his own documentary. And then he always puts #legendary after everything. What are we doing? Like, dude, become a legend first. Everything else is secondary. And then you see the videos come out with him and Cam Ward talking, and he's talking to Cam Ward about making a music video, and Cam Ward's like, no, I'm a football player. That's what I want people to know me as, is a football player.
Oh,
that's
it. That was such a great clip. I felt, he said, when are we going to do a song? And he's like, I just want to be known as a football player, man. He's like, you have any hobbies? Yeah, football's my hobby. It's like, oh. Yeah. That I thought showed a lot of maturity and stuff.
That's big. The difference between first round and fifth round. And
100%.
And I don't want to hear any of the other shit. Like, I don't want the race baiting. I don't want any of that stuff. I don't care if he's black, white, Mexican, Asian. I don't care. And it shouldn't matter. And on top of that, the first overall pick was black. So it ain't race. It's just nobody liked what they saw.
Oh, yeah. And the people say, oh, it was definitely racial. And It's like, well, Cam Ward went one. Well, no, he didn't have the arrogance and stuff, and he just played the good part. Like it's like no, it's not that. You guys got to understand the difference. Marketing yourself and your whole attitude. He has nobody to blame but himself and his dad. To be honest, like that's all he has to blame. His dad should have told him, what was going to happen. Times have changed a little bit, so
Now, here's my big question. Shadir Sanders cards, sports cards, were pretty sought after. So, I mean, the prices are I haven't seen them since the draft, so I don't know if they've dropped a lot or not.
they have.
They have? Okay. So, since they have, would you invest in him to possibly turn around and get a major profit later on?
No, I wouldn't.
You don't think there's any
I wouldn't.
shot?
I don't think there's any shot. I don't think. I don't think Cleveland is a good spot for all the reasons I stated earlier. The quarterback room is full. I don't think there's a lot of potential there for him to really shine at all. To be honest, now if there's a move made and he goes somewhere else, to be honest, I was shocked that Mike Tomlin didn't take him with the Steelers when he was available several times for them with their quarterback need. That actually shocked me.
Well, them and the Raiders, considering Tom Brady was his mentor.
Yeah, yeah, which I think also again speaks volumes to why people were trying to avoid him a little bit. So yeah, I wouldn't consider an investment at this point, especially with him trying to work on his music career too. I don't even see him in the league in 3 seasons, if that. To be honest, I think he's going to get buried in Cleveland, and that might be it.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Anything can happen. So if you,
Unless maybe does he play quarterback in the NFL?
oh yeah,
Do you think they'd bring him out for something else?
no, he's not athletic enough. It's quarterback or nothing for him. That's my opinion anyway. Because I mean, on the tape, yeah, he's elusive to a certain degree for a quarterback. He ain't gonna be running 4.4s, 4.5s. That's not gonna happen. And he doesn't.
He could be like what's his name down there in New Orleans. Could do it all: quarterback, tight
Oh,
end.
Taysom Hill. No way.
Yeah,
No way. Not a chance. But
even Jacksonville passed up on him several times,
yeah,
and they got Travis Hunter. They could have had Hunter and Sanders reunited in Jacksonville, and that if there's a team that needs to sell tickets, it's the Jaguars, right? Like
yeah.
I think they have the worst attendance in the league, and it's not close. And not even for ticket value did they take him and they had multiple. I mean, like they had 2 third rounders, 2 fourth rounders, and they still passed on him every time.
Yep. I know. It's crazy. It was a nosedive. That is for sure. So if you would not invest in him, is there anybody that's not, well, I shouldn't say you're non-Patriots and Cam Ward's off the table? Is there any other player in the draft, like as far as sports cards go, that you would invest in to potentially sell them at a later date?
Yeah, I love that Will Howard pick. Still like that, and I also one of my favorite quarterback, probably all in the draft, is probably Jalen Milroe. To be honest with you,
I think he's got a lot of upside if he can get his accuracy.
yeah, and I think that's somebody who I would consider buying more of. I thought Tyler from Louisville going was a joke. I have no idea what New Orleans was thinking with that, especially in the second round. My God, I still don't understand that. But yeah, Milroe is probably my favorite quarterback all in the draft period. Will Howard going down to 6. I think he'll be cheaper to grab.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I like that. I like that value a lot. And God, if I'm not going Homer for value wise, I do. As much as I hate Green Bay, I did like them taking Savion Williams. I thought he fits their system pretty well.
Okay.
I thought he's going to be a big target for Love.
Yeah.
I think he's very quick too, so I think that he'll get a lot of reps. I think there in Green Bay. So I do like that pick too. I'm not an Ashton Jeanty fan at all whatsoever. I don't think
His
he's
cards
gonna.
are too high.
They're already too high, and I just don't think he's that good. Scatterbo cards were pretty high during the playoffs, but those fell.
Yep.
I don't really know what he's going to do in New York, but I don't think that's bad either.
No, I think
That'd be
Travion Henderson would be a good one. Luther Burden's a good one. Judkins is a good one. Hunter's too high. Genty's too high. Cam Ward, he's off the table. So honestly,
Jaden Blue's a good value too. And going to Dallas, I think he's going to be used a lot. Smaller back too, but really really quick. I like him too.
yeah. I just look at this draft overall, and I don't see anybody that I would heavily invest in outside of Cam Ward, but his cards are already going to be high anyway.
No, they already were. Yeah.
So, I mean, you got Ward, Hunter, Genty. Who else would there be? That would be good right away, but they're already too high. Maybe Omari and Hampton. I don't know how high his cards are. I haven't looked.
They weren't bad. They weren't bad. It was not great value to be had there. I don't feel like, but they weren't terrible.
But I mean, the biggest problem with NFL cards though is if you're not a quarterback, nobody wants it. It's weird. I don't know why. There's so many good players that aren't quarterback, but they don't bring in enough money.
Yeah, that's why I think there's pretty good value at some of those other positions on offense that could go up a lot. I thought this might have been one of the better tight end classes we've seen in a long time too.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Loveland, Warren, Mason Taylor. I liked Arroyo in Miami too. I like Gunnar Helm from Texas too. I thought this was a really really good tight end. This might be one of the better tight end classes in a long time
Yes.
to come out.
Yep.
That I think there's a lot of value there with this class. But yeah, quarterback wasn't terribly deep. I actually don't even think the wide receiving class was that great.
Good.
So
It's good, but it's not great.
yeah, it's good, but it's not great. I don't think this whole draft, even watching the draft, it just wasn't as exciting as it has been.
Yeah.
For me anyway, the whole draft experience this year was just meh.
Yeah. I get you. So, all right. Well, moving on. So if we were investing in those players, whichever ones, doesn't matter who it is. A lot of people are now into grading.
You're up late, hungry, lonely, craving something thick, warm, and just a little bit dirty. Don't worry, baby. Pastor Dave's got you. Introducing Pastor Dave's Big Meaty Wieners. Hot, juicy, righteously girthy. Slide one between your buns and feel the glory. We're talking 100% all beef, hand cradled with care, and blessed with a slow, mouth-watering smoke that hits you deep. Pastor Dave would say, some would say my wieners are too big. I say they're just spiritually fulfilling. You've had dogs before, dry dogs, sad little nubs of meat that have left you unsatisfied. Well, not anymore. Now you're getting big, meaty satisfaction with flavors so bold, they'll make you speak in tongues. Original sin, holy heat, and the double stuffed revelation. Yeah, you feel that forgiveness wash over you. Pastor Dave's got the clackers. Now he's bringing the beef. Pastor Dave's Big Meaty Wieners, a mouthful of relief. Available now for when you're ready to confess your cravings.
Which I guess it's been going on for a long time. That was kind of a stupid way to put it. But there are now way more grading companies than there used to be. I personally don't see the appeal overall. So I will ask you this. Are you into grading a lot of different cards, only the expensive cards? And if you do, who do you usually use?
So that's a loaded question.
It is. I know. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it like that.
So let's get into it. So there's two major graders that I would use, right? And one is for resale, one is for PC. If I plan on selling a card, and it makes no sense, but I'm going to have a graded PSA if I feel that strongly about it, and I'm looking to flip it. I'm going to go PSA, and PSA sells so much higher than anything else, and I can't figure out why. The slabs aren't great. They're not great looking, and just the grading is so inconsistent for me. It's so heavily human based, and like what kind of day are they having that day? Like, girlfriend breaks up with you, everybody's getting eights today. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You don't get a lot of data with your grades either. But yet the hobby still keeps paying more for them.
Yep.
Like, they still pull a premium, and I don't understand why when we have so many better options.
Yep.
I prefer in my hand a CGC slab. I love the CGC slabs. Their pristine tens are amazing, but just their slabs in general, I like the way they feel. They don't feel cheap like the PSA ones are cheap. Um, they do a better job. A couple more data points, I feel like, more consistent. Um, I'm not a big fan of the Beckett slabs, so I don't like going Beckett. SGC is cool for vintage, but I also not a huge fan there. Um, I would love to see Tag do something. I like the concept. Their execution sucks.
Yeah.
The slabs, that these newer slabs, well documented how brittle they are, and they're so far behind. They cannot keep up with demand at all. So that's really kind of killing them too. But the whole concept of them is perfect. The data points that they have, scanning the QR code on the card, like that's the most in depth you're going to get. Their use of AI, but not reliance on it. I like them. I like on paper, but just the execution's not there. So I couldn't go with them at all. But, we've had some other big ones just fall flat on their face. Was HGA?
Yes.
Good concept, god awful execution.
Yep.
They completely blew it. I don't see them ever rebounding.
No, they're done.
The hobby's a fickle thing, man.
Very.
And once they turned on you like that, it's not happening. So yeah, they're out. There are a lot of other ones too, notables, but those are all the big ones. And I still scratch my head on the whole PSA hobby love thing. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yes. So just a small story. So my buddy Josh, he used SGC, and this was 2021. Okay, so he had like Giannis Prism rookies, that were 10s. He had Vlad Jr. autograph rookies that were 10s, like all sorts of stuff, right? So we go to trade night at the National on the first night, and we managed to get on the big table, like the main fucking table. We're 3 seats away from, what the fuck's his name? He's got the Discord. Oh, God damn it. What's his name? You either love him or you hate him. I can't think of his goddamn name now. Fuck it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're there. We're like the head of the table is where he is sitting, right? He's the fucking king. And there's another kid next to him that's friends with him, and then us. And my buddy's putting all his slabs out, and the kid next to us looks over and goes, "Hey, those are some nice cards. Is there a reason why you chose SGC?" And he goes, "I just really like the slabs. They make the cards pop. I just really like them." And the kid goes, "Huh, that's a choice." And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Why does it matter? A 10's a 10. And SGC grades harder. Well, they did. I think they're owned by the same company now, but SGC grades harder than PSA ever did. At that point, PSA was 10 and everything. So I'm just like confused on why you would sit there and say, "Hey, if it's not PSA, I ain't buying it." That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. I don't get it, man. Have you've obviously you've held PSA slabs.
Yeah, I got one in my hand right now.
Yeah, does it not just feel like just light and cheap? To me, it just feels like just flimsy and cheap.
Yeah. It's not, I don't know. It's sturdy, but it just, I don't know, just doesn't, it's super lightweight. It just doesn't, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and rag on that because, it is what it's doing its job. As long as you're not throwing it around, you're fine.
Yeah. Do you have any other slabs from any of the other companies?
Not right here with me, no. In all reality, I have, how many, let's see, I have 2 graded cards right here next to me, and that's it. The rest are not graded.
And they're all PSA, the 2 you have?
Yeah, because I bought them and they were already graded PSA. That's it. I don't grade a lot. The only Me and my buddy sent stuff to SGC a while back to try and flip it when like everything was going crazy in 2020, 2021. We had
Oh
the
yeah.
we had the Kobe Bryant rookie card, what was it? Like something Phenoms. It was the die cut. It was a green die
Oh
cut.
yeah, yeah. Was it the finest? I've seen that one.
Yeah, and had we got it in an 8, it was going for $16,000 at that point.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. So we were like, fuck it, let's do it, and we got it, and we sent it in, and we got it back, and it came back as altered, which was shit because it wasn't. But they said it was altered in like where the die cut was on the bottom. Part of the coloring came off a little bit,
Okay.
not chipping, just kind of peeled away.
Yeah.
And they claimed that it was cut with a razor blade, which is complete and utter shit. Because I know who owned it before we bought it. Because we bought the kid's entire collection for like $500 to flip everything. He had like 8 Kobe Bryant rookie cards. He had Allen Iverson rookies, just all sorts of those rookies. And we're like, well, shit, all we gotta do is get 8s, 9s, and some 10s, and we're gonna re-rolling in money. And
Yeah.
we just got dicked on that one because that was the big card. Like that would have set us up really good because we were gonna try and start doing a card business just on a hobby, buying and flipping and whatever else. Even though that's not my thing normally, but I mean that screwed us over so hard. That's I think probably the last time I actually ever sent in a card to get graded, just because I was like, nah, I'm done with that. And then we ended up selling that card for $120, so it worked out.
That's it?
That's all it was worth.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I know, because it was, I want to say, how long afterwards? It was probably 2023, and the market had gone kind of normal. So a raw card like that was like $125.
That's Kobe.
I know. It was wild. I mean, going from 16,000 as an 8. I'm like, shit, all this has to do is get an 8 and we're good. And
Yeah.
it didn't.
Wow. I wonder if the buyer sent it in anywhere.
I don't know. I could find out though, because he bought it at a local card show. I
Did you
doubt
guys
it.
disclose that it came back altered from SGC?
Oh, hell no.
All right.
No, I mean, he got a deal on it. It was worth like 100. I want to say it was worth like 170, $175. He got it for 125.
Wow.
And I guarantee if we sent it back in, it probably wouldn't have came back as altered because it wasn't. I don't even know understand how they claimed it was to begin with, because it didn't even look altered. Like everything looked perfect. It was, which maybe that's why they thought it was altered, because it looked perfect.
It looked almost too. Yeah. If it had those issues in the bottom of it, it might not. It might have just come back a 5.
Maybe.
You know, PSA might have. It depends on who you get, but that might have been rough.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a shot we were willing to take. We're like, fuck it. But yeah, I mean, you went over some of the basic ones, but I have one other one that you didn't name off, and that's FCG. It's forensic card grading.
Yeah.
It's fairly new. My buddy uses those. It's $14 a card, 10-day turnaround, but you get like a quarter of the value. If you're looking to flip, it's not worth using for anything other than PC stuff. But it has the fastest turnaround, and it is actually the lowest price by $1. Because SGC is $15, and this is just basic economy, like ordinary people prices, right? So SGC is $15 and it's 20-day turnaround. CGC is 15 to 20-day turnaround. PSA is $24.99 for 65 business days.
Yeah, PSA went way up.
Business days, not even just days, business days. That's freaking crazy. Tag is $25 for 30 days, which I don't understand why they're $25. They're just killing themselves. And then
you have to get the kit and everything. Like
for tag,
it's a
you
cool
do?
submission. Yeah, it's a cool submission process, but it hasn't been there.
Have you done it?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't done it.
Okay.
I've thought, you know what? I won a free 5-pack. I won like a free 5 submissions, and I gave it away. So
Okay. And then you have Beckett, which is $15 for 45 plus days. They don't even give you an exact amount of time.
Yeah, they're chunky. I just don't like the Beckett ones.
I don't like the slabs overall, but it's kind of crazy how they fell off so hard. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
complete nosedive. And then then FCG is 14 for 10, like I said. But those are like the main ones. I mean, the best value in all reality is, I mean, again, best value is kind of loosely based, but I mean, CGC $15. Outside of PSA, you're probably getting the best return. PSA is just so much higher. It's like, it's got to be about, what, 65% more for resale?
So CGC has an interesting feature when I submit through a group where you can choose to only have them grade and encase 10s. So if the card's not a 10, they won't charge you for it or encase it or anything like that. They'll just send it back to you.
Really?
Yeah, and that has been outstanding. That's where I got a lot of mine from. I submit, I think I submitted like 15 cards, and I think I got 6 or 7 10s. And it was only like, I mean, this is probably like 6 months ago, and it was only like $9 a card. And that was unbelievable value for me, to get those 10s. But just grade and get charged for the 10s. That was unbelievable. And then I just sold the others as raw. That's the best thing I've seen in a while, and I wish other companies did that as well. Like, say you send something to PSA, and they were like, "Hey, these are 10s, these are not. Do you still, want to pay to have them encased and slabbed, or do you just want us to do the 10s?" Like, if that was more of an option, I feel like people would take them up on it a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So you don't have to pay for the card at all if it's not a 10, or they knock the price down?
No, you don't have to pay for it if it's not a 10.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Great for flipping, and the turnaround was pretty good. So it was a great program. Obviously, I only sub through Gemzo,
Right.
So that's right. That's my go-to through CGC is Gemzo. So yeah, he did the thing, and it was great. I loved it. I need to do some more. I just got to get some stuff together, but yeah, that was by far the best value I've ever seen. But again, a CGC 10 is nowhere near the price of a PSA 10, and I feel like CGC is a lot stricter and more consistent with it. But even if you ask the hobby and ask collectors, why, nobody has an answer. Like, nobody has a good answer.
Yeah, that's all I would like to know. Why? And if they could use anything else besides resale value, like what's the reason? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Explain
why would you pay more for a PSA 10 than a CGC 10 or SGC 10 or Beckett 10? Like, why would you be willing to pay more? No, I can't seem to find besides resale value, I can't seem to find a decent answer.
Right, and resale value is purely because people see the PSA. That's it.
Yeah, because the grading's not better. The grading's not consistent. The slab's not better. It's not a better quality, not a better feel. So it's, I don't know. If you figure it out, you need to release that as breaking information. But
that sounds like something we should ask on the X.
That'd be a good post. I'd be curious to see those, excluding resale value. Why? Like, why would you be willing to pay more for a PSA slab in your hand than any other company? Like that, I would love to see those responses. That would be amazing.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll put that up there, and then we'll even put that it'll be somebody that responds. We'll do like we did with the PC card.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm down for a giveaway.
Because at least then maybe they'll actually answer honestly. Because I just want to know outside of.
I had fun with that last giveaway, man. That was
good.
Dude,
you found a nice card. That was a nice card.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, if we're gonna do a giveaway, I'm gonna find a nice case hit, and it's something that I've never pulled one of those, and I was like, I would appreciate one of those. That's for sure. Those are crazy.
Yeah, I think I'll throw that up there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm not sure how I'll do it though. We'll see how we'll do it. But it'll get put up at some point. Probably
Sure.
tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll see. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But now let's kind of flip away from the hobby a little bit. So NIL and the transfer portal in NCAA sports.
Ugh.
It's kind of become a shit show overall. It was never
Kinda?
meant. It was never meant to be pay to play, right? It was just
No.
so people could sign autographs, sell jerseys, all that good stuff.
It mostly licensing money.
Yeah. So the NIL itself, I don't know if is the major problem. It's the fact that it's the NIL with the transfer portal. That's the biggest problem. So I think it's, first of all, I will say I'm fine with people making their money. You're good enough. You have all the right to make all the money you want.
100%.
However, there's got to be a penalty for transferring multiple times in a career. So, for instance, you have AJ Storr. Do you know who AJ Storr is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, he played on 7 teams in the last 7 years if you count his high school career. He played on 3 different high school teams. One was prep school. Then he went to St. John's for 1 year. Then he went to Wisconsin for 1 year. Then Kansas for 1 year. And now he's at Ole Miss. That should not happen.
No, that's pretty wild.
And then you have TJ Toppin. He stayed instead of going to the draft
Yeah.
because he was going to get paid more to stay in college than he was where he was projected to go in the draft, which I believe was top 10. So he's getting $4 million to stay at Texas Tech. At what point does the NBA say, fuck this? That can't happen. We want the best players to come out when they're ready to come out. And then you have the ultimate betrayal for me because I'm from Iowa. Caden Proctor
Uh-oh. Yeah.
commits to Iowa 2 weeks before signing day, flips to Alabama because he got, I want to say they gave him $2 million to go there. They're his freshman year. He goes there and then Saban leaves. He transfers out back to Iowa for, I don't know how much money they gave him, but they gave him money. Goes to an Iowa basketball game, does an interview live, basically makes Iowa get sanctioned, well, not sanctions against him, for recruiting violation because they talked to him during the season while he was at Alabama not to come to Iowa just to see how he was doing mentally. 2 weeks after that interview, an assistant coach for Iowa has to go to classes. It's just a slap on the wrist type thing. Then goes back to Alabama because they gave him more money. So he transferred twice in like a month. Again, that shouldn't happen. I don't care that he came to Iowa and then left. I mean, he grew up in Des Moines. He's kind of a traitor to the state, but it is what it is. But this stuff, it can't, like, they need to have something. Either they need to have a cap, money-wise, for each school, like a salary cap, or they need to make it to where when you sign with a school, you have a contract where you get paid a certain amount each year you're there, and then there's a buyout. So if you want to leave, then you either have to pay the buyout or the school you're going to has to pay the buyout. And I think that would show a lot of things would change if that was the case. So after hearing all that, I want to know if you have any opinion that's different or anything that you think could be a possible remedy for the way it's going right now.
Let's call college athletics now what it is, right? It's the minor leagues. You know, yeah, we have the NBA G League now and stuff, but that's where you just go if you couldn't, when you come out of college and you couldn't make it in the NBA. So I think the NIL should be treated as a contract, and I think it should be legally binding that you sign a commitment to a school for XYZ amounts of money that you are stuck there. Like, there should not be a transfer portal. If you are bound by a contract, it should be handled like a sports contract, with very few exceptions, right? Like the hardship and a coaching change maybe could be an exception to that. But I think it should be a solid contract. You're getting paid. It's a business. It should be treated like a business. It should be treated as occupation. That's your contract. That's your commitment. you are tied there. 2 years, $4 million a year, boom, done. You're at that school for the next 2 years at that money, and you're not transferring out unless you can meet one of those very few exceptions. And even then, there should be a maximum number of times you're allowed to do so. There should be a cap on that as well. But that's what I think. My personal belief is it should just be handled as a sports contract.
Okay, and just for a little bit of perspective on how many, this is just men's basketball D1. There's 5,607 total players. 2,320 entered the portal this year.
Oh, yeah.
That's 40%, or damn close anyway.
Yeah.
Like, that's
so it was
lunacy.
The same on the football side.
Yeah.
It was the same on the football side.
Right.
We had whole teams enter. It was wild.
Well, just with Iowa, like University of Iowa, they fired Fran McCaffrey. They had one player stay out of 15.
That's crazy.
Right. And they weren't even really all that good of a team. Like, I mean, they won, 15, 16 games this year? But the top two players, Owen Freeman went to Creighton. He got like $1.8 million. And then Josh Dix, he went to Creighton as well, and he got paid like $2 million. Granted, those are speculative numbers. I don't know the exact number, but that's what was being reported. Like, they won 16 games. They're not worth that much money.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. And you have, like, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Cooper Flagg went pro. I figured he would stay because he'd be able to
I thought he'd stay one more year.
Yeah, he'd be able to do whatever he wanted. Like, he could go anywhere he wanted. He could stay at Duke. And he's going to get millions of dollars thrown at him, which he already has. But, I mean, he could get more money to stay in college than he would have gotten the pros because the rookie contracts wouldn't. I mean, they're high, don't get me wrong, but they're not going to meet what he's going to get for 1 year. I mean, unless he had an agreement with Nike where he was going to go to college for 1 year and go pro. And I could maybe see that. But I just, as of right now, I almost feel like the NCAA is just waiting for things to just go to complete shit, which they're heading there really quick because I think they want the NBA. I think they want all the pro levels to come in and say, hey, no, this has got to change. This is not going to be okay. And I really think that's what they're waiting for. That or the federal government to come in and be involved.
Yeah, I think that's the next step. We know the government's going to get involved at some point because this is getting out of control. It's way out of hand, and it's not well regulated at all. So at some point, that has to take. That's going to happen, without a doubt.
And then you got to also, the other part of it is all these players that are getting paid all this money. Dude, they're 18, 19, 20 years old. They don't know how to manage their money yet.
Nope, no idea.
And a lot of the parents, they may not come from a bunch of money. I mean, some might, but a lot of them don't. So are they used to having millions of dollars just sitting around? No. So when tax time comes around, they're kind of like, oh, fuck. We didn't save any money to pay this. So they need to do something with that too. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of people that are getting completely screwed with their money. Like, teach personal finance or something. Make it mandatory for all players. It's just a giant shit show, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
So, I mean, that'll get worked out. I almost guarantee the pro level people will come in and be like, and they might even just say, hey, we'll help regulate it more than anything. And make sure everybody's kind of taken care of as far as understanding the money concept. If it goes to contracts, then they'll come in and they'll explain, like, teach them all that stuff too. I don't know. I mean, there's agents, but even the agents, like, a lot of them are small-time agents, like local people. So they don't even have they're used to getting the people that are making like $100,000 on a fucking TV commercial for Vagisil or some shit instead of like millions of dollars.
For sure.
But I mean, that's kind of my opinion. That was more of a rant on my behalf than anything because it just drives me crazy. But like I said, I'm all for them making their money. I mean, they deserve to make their money. All right. Well, it's about time to start winding down this little show we call Pickle the Podcast. And
are you tired of catching pocket monsters? Well, it's time to catch Pokeman instead. Introducing the latest craze sweeping the nation, Pokeman. The only toy that lets you collect, train in battle, real men. Whether you're looking for the charming, the strong, or the mysterious, we've got a man for you. Want a man who can cook? Pokeman has Chef Carl, the culinary genius who whips up 5-star meals in minutes. Or maybe you're looking for the intellectual type. Meet Professor Dave, the brainiac who knows about, well, everything. Or how about the rugged outdoorsman? Check out Ranger Ron. He's ready to hike, fish, and tell you all about those survival skills. It's the man collection of your dreams. Disclaimer: Pokemon is not responsible for broken hearts, excessive compliments, or spontaneous weekend getaways. Side effects may include excessive laughter, high fives, and feeling like you're on a reality show. Use responsibly. So, what are you waiting for? Stop catching Pokemon and start catching Pokemon. Available now at major toy stores, Pokemon is a parody product and not affiliated with any major Pokemon franchise. Must be 18 plus to collect certain Pokemon.
With that, I'm going to ask you one more question. And this will be a weekly thing. I'll just ask like a question to kind of close it out. So if you were starting a franchise in any sport, but you had to pick one player from that sport to start your franchise with, who would it be?
All right. Does this have to be a current player?
Well, yeah, it's got to be somebody that's still going.
Oh, God, you're going to hate my answer for this.
If you say LeBron James, I'll punch you right in your nuts.
You are. Oh, God, I might be getting a nut punch.
There's no way. He's 40. He's 40.
Oh, no. All right. I'll go now. I do think LeBron wants to win. He makes everybody around him better. He has carried some sorry teams to the finals. But I'll get away from him. I'll get away from him a little bit. And I'll try to choose. You know what? I will blow people's minds right now. I am a Bostonian, diehard Bostonian, which means that there are teams that I absolutely hate, and one of those is the Yankees.
Oh,
but you cannot deny that right now, one of the better players in the league, if not the best, is Aaron Judge.
All rise.
Oh God, I hate that right now. Yeah.
Hey, you picked it. You got to live with it now.
I mean, you never hear any bad reports about him, on or off the field.
In the playoffs, that's sketcy.
His playoff performance is pretty sketchy. The biggest drawback right there, right? But he's owned it. He's held himself responsible for it. I mean, he's currently batting .406. He's got 8 home runs so far. The Yankees are in first place. He's a big draw to the games. So, God, if I was going to start a baseball franchise, sad to say, I might take him. You know, Ohtani's another one, but people really, the communication thing might be tough, I guess. But he doesn't do anything for me personally, really. You got Skeens, who wants to win. He's very vocal about wanting to win. I don't think he's going to be in Pittsburgh much longer with their team. But I think, I'm not ready to go in that with that yet either. So, and then Trout, who's always hurt. But I don't really hear a lot of things about him being a leader, and they don't win. So as far as baseball goes, that's it for me. In the basketball world, a huge Celtics guy. I like Tatum. I just don't see anything leadership from him, really.
Okay.
So, I'm just meh on the Tatum stuff. He puts up numbers, sure. It just never been the biggest Jason Tatum fan. I like him a lot, but he'd be like a great supporting character. He doesn't ever seem to be the main guy. You have Jaylen Brown there, who, when they need it, seems to be the one that they lean on more heavily to do so. So, well, I don't know. If you're looking for 1 year to start it off with somebody,
no, it's not one. It's not 1 year. You're starting a franchise, and you need it like you're starting it. So you need it you need the foundation for it to lead it into the future. And I'm not saying it's got to be somebody that's going to be there for 10 years. I'm just saying
33.
Right. I'm just saying it's got to be somebody that's young enough that's going to give you at least 5 years to build. But you already picked Aaron Judge, so you can't go back on that.
Baseball wise, that's the go-to. I don't even know. I would say Tom Brady if it was anybody from in history, because that guy was a leader and made a lot of sacrifices for his team. But I don't see.
You're not getting 5 years out of him.
No, you're not getting one right now.
No.
And I can't do Mahomes, man. God, I wish nothing but the worst things for him.
I think it's funny
So
you can't pick Mahomes, but you picked Aaron Judge as a Boston Red Sox fan.
Yeah, I don't. Besides his postseason performance, which as a Red Sox fan, I love. I really can't knock the guy for anything. To be honest with you, I could try.
He's got big hands.
I don't. I mean, he's a big dude. He's what 6'6", 6'7". So
yeah, he's a large man.
I don't really see anything after that.
Okay.
What about you? What do you got?
You're not going to like my answer. Well, actually, you won't hate it, but it's an obvious one.
What do you got?
WNBA.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it. Caitlin Clark all day.
No.
And there are many, many reasons, right? Okay. Here, I'm going to list them off. Jersey sales, attendance, which leads to food sales, which leads to TV ratings. Well, the food sales don't, but her being there, she's really good.
And super competitive.
Yes.
Super competitive.
She's young. She's hungry. She wants to win. She actually went to college for marketing, so she knows how to market herself. Every teammate that I've ever seen talk about her loves her. And she single-handedly took I don't want to say failing, but took a league that was struggling to make any money whatsoever and make it viable to the point where everywhere the Fever go, they go from into larger arenas because they can sell that many more tickets.
I think it's too easy of a pick for you, man. I don't mind the pick. I think.
It is easy. I'm not saying it's not hard.
I don't know if I've seen one player do more for their league than she has. To be honest with you, I mean, like you don't see people. You never ever saw people talk about the WNBA before her. So I mean, I'll definitely give that to her. I've also never seen a league want to kill itself more.
I agree with that.
WNBA either.
If you want something besides that, I'll give you one more. And this is going to be kind of a homerish thing for me, but the way he's playing right now and how much buzz he's got around Chicago, I'll say Pete Crow Armstrong.
PCA's lighting it up.
He is.
He's been on a tear lately.
Yes.
I'm behind that 100%.
To me, he is a smaller, less talked about Ellie De La Cruz. He's just as exciting. He's got pop. He and he's better defensively than Ellie is.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think he plays a tougher position.
Who?
PC.
Center field.
Yeah, I think he got a lot of pressure on you in center field.
But I mean, you
gotta have an arm.
His fielding is freaking good. Like, he makes plays that are tough and look easy. And if I really want to go, I don't know. If I wanted to pick somebody that I don't think anybody else would expect me to pick, and this is not a homer thing, I would have picked him if he stayed in Houston, and it's Tucker.
Okay, Kyle Tucker.
Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ. I'm brain farting, dude.
About Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well played, sir.
I do like Kyle Tucker. I do like him.
The only thing I don't like about him is he doesn't talk enough, so it'd be hard to market. But outside of that, he's gold.
Yeah, he's good. I like Kyle Tucker a lot.
Yeah.
PCA's. I mean, he scored the only run they scored today. Did he start this season off on the roster?
Yeah, he started center field the whole year.
Okay, so he's batting .286. He's doing pretty good. I don't know. I mean, he's a rookie. I don't really know enough about him to know that I see when I say build around somebody, like, I'm looking for some leadership as well. Somebody people want to play with. I don't know enough about Pete Crow Armstrong other than, like, I mean, he's been playing very, very well this season. I'm impressed with him.
I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at financially who you can market, who you can get people to come to the arena or stadium to watch specifically, like to build it. That way you have the money, you have the revenue where you can spend it on other things.
What about Bobby Witt, man?
He's the only thing that's in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll give you that. Good goodness. I haven't really heard, he doesn't have a lot of buzz.
It's because he's in Kansas City. You put him on an East Coast team, and that's all anybody would talk about. Nobody in the Midwest gets talked about for baseball unless they're like Albert Pujols. They just don't. And then West Coast is kind of a little different. It's not quite as bad as the Midwest. But even then, I mean, Mookie Betts doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, he's probably top five, top 10 player in the league every year. And barely anybody even talks about him. The baseball is a lot of East Coast shit. And I can't stand it. Which, I mean, it makes sense. They're the teams that are usually the upper echelon for the most part, year in and year out. Except for the Dodgers, who spend like $70 trillion a year now. So
yeah, they have a problem in 2035.
It won't matter. The people that own the team are going to sell the thing anyway. It won't matter.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's the plan, right? Just put everybody in deferment and dump it.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Guaranteed. But, yeah. So, fine, since you don't like my easy answer of Caitlin Clark, which is the most obvious, I guess. I'll take Pete Crow Armstrong.
I mean, I don't know if anybody's more valuable to their league than Caitlin Clark is, to be honest with you. I don't know.
They're not.
I don't see it. I don't see anybody else that's. I mean, even when people talk negatively about her, it just does so much more for the league.
Yep,
it's crazy. She draws everything. She is the league, essentially. Yeah.
For the most part, but I mean, there are other players that get a lot of talk. Well, but the biggest problem with the WNBA is, again, it gets into race baiting and all the other shit too, and I can't stand that.
I really thought we'd see a lot more hype with Sabrina, to be honest. Her ties with Kobe. She went to the WNBA and just kind of disappeared.
Yes and no.
I hear a lot.
I mean, not like Caitlin and not like Angel Reese. For whatever reason, Angel Reese gets talked about left and right.
Oh, God. She's just I feel like my 6-year-old could beat her.
But Sabrina did herself good when she went against Steph Curry in the All-Star game in the 3-point shooting. That helped her out a little bit, I think. And then more people watching WNBA has helped a lot of players. Like Asia Wilson's gotten a lot more talk. Sabrina, who else? I don't know. What's her name? Fee from Minnesota. I can't think of her name. And you don't watch enough of it that you have any idea. Don't. Yeah, that's
admittedly, I won't.
You have to start watching now.
No, I like. God,
you have to. We're gonna start talking about it.
It's not there for me.
You
man.
have to.
I will start watching it and like
suck it up.
I'll give it a shot, but good God,
it's good if you ignore the missed layups.
Yeah, maybe that would be the case.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps up our show this week. I'm gonna try and work on getting a guest for next week. I think. If you have any ideas, let me know.
Yeah, let me know what I can help. I can find.
I have a couple people I'm thinking about getting.
I've got some X-Pull, I think.
You do. You have way more followers than I do.
Which I could probably swing people if we're looking to get somebody. Let me know what you have in mind. I'm down.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of X, you can follow us at Pickles in Sports on Facebook. We are also Pickle the Podcast. On Instagram, we are at Pickle the Podcast. And on TikTok, we are at Pickle the Podcast. Instagram and TikTok, I haven't done a whole lot with, but I'm going to try and change that because I want to just get our name out there a little bit more. Also, we are tinkering with the idea of doing video. And once that happens, we will do a live show unedited on Sunday evenings on coloredculture.net, as long as they'll still have us, which hopefully they will. Probably should have cleared that with them first, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. And that is powered by district.net. Lambo, you got any closing thoughts at all?
No, I'm blank right now.
All right. Well, this is Loney, and on behalf of Lambo, you've been listening to Pickle the Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Time to dive in. Sports cars fly, where do we begin? From baseball to hoops, we got it all. The Pickle Podcast, we're having a ball. Flipping those backs, Lambo might get aside. Tossing out facts with southern pride. Football legends, rookies on the rise. Every episode's a new surprise. It's the Pickle, baby, where the legends grow. Cards and stories from long ago. Loney leads with fire in his soul. And Lambo Mike's got the whole show under control. Under control.
their hand. From vintage to modern, they take a stand. Each hit they pull, it's a wild ride. Collectors worldwide, they feel that pride. They talk in numbers, stats that don't lie. Rookies you'll chase and legends you'll buy with every pack. Open dreams come alive. All the Pickle podcast, the thrill will survive. It's the Pickle, baby, where the legends grow. Cards and stories from long ago. Lonely leads with fire in his soul. And Lemon Mike's got the whole show under control. Under control. History, cards in their hand. From vintage to modern, they take a stand. Each hit they pull, it's a wild ride. Collectors worldwide, they feel that pride. They talk in numbers, stats that don't lie. Rookies you'll chase and legends you'll buy with every pack. Open dreams come alive. On the Pickle podcast, the thrill will survive. It's the Pickle, baby, where the legends grow. Cards and stories from long ago. Lonely leads with fire in his soul. And Level Mike's got the whole show under control. And chrome, every card's got a story of home. From packs to slab, they rise and fall. But on the Pickle, we celebrate them all. So tune in tight, don't miss the show. Whether you're new or a pro, you'll grow. Lonely and Mike, they're calling the shots. From base to autos, they got the lot. So crack those packs, let's make some noise for the Pickle podcast and all its joys. In the world of sports cards, this is the place. With Lonely and Mike, it's always ace. It's the Pickle, baby, where the legends grow. Cards and stories from long ago. Lonely leads with fire in his soul. And Lemon Mike's got the whole show under control. It's so ready. Rockets go finish with guitars and drums.